short summary. After returning the Grand Magister's daughter to the capital of
No, 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 no. Start off like you always start off, because I feel like I'm in a Dragon Ball episode every time you do. So start off properly.
Last
Do it
time
right.
on the ashes of Otren.
Thank you. My immersion.
The party managed to escape Veronica Fairbridge in her wrath. They actually managed to rescue the Lady Sage Sherval of Onso, Grand Magister's daughter. Daughter to Vethden Sagefall, the Grand Magister of Onso, as well as the fact that they had ridden their griffins through the entire night to make sure that she had been returned safely. After a well-played-out scheme to get evidence against Lady Veronica Fairbridge, as well as to free Lady Sherval Sagefall, you had found out that she was, well, unfortunately equipped with a negative energy ring. If she had mentioned anything on Veronica Fairbridge's curiosities, estates, research, or any of the sort, the spell would go off and kill her, and also immediately turn her into a zombie, so that any revivify spells or safety spells that most clerics would know would be mute and point. After spending some time discussing matters with Vethden, the silver runestone holder, as well as one of the original prismatic warriors that had joined with the council to fight against Hastur, the Yellow King, he had gotten a little bit of a taste of your merit. Got to know you a little bit more intimately, discussed a few matters with you and how much you have known, and has even opened up willingly to the various libraries, as well as a proper reward, and even other discussions of whether or not an airship was in price with one of the many treasury gatherers and vault keepers was discussed for a time. Obviously, at a small rate comparatively to the fact of it being an airship, also far more defensible and speedier in travel, though steep to some, cheap to them, at 100,000 gold, was debated and left open for whether or not the party wished to push forward with such a heavy investment or seek to have that as their reward from the Grand Magister. After spending a huge amount of time studying the Order, the runestones, and a few more pieces of information that you could collect from Vethden's personal library, as well as finding that there are listings of the Order, people who had vanished from the times being, and that the various runestones were spread across the landscape for safety and fear of the fact that if they were kept all in one place or kept in power, the possible corruption could end them, or someone else could just come and fell swoop them in one shot. So they were hidden.
The Infinity Stone fallacy. Yeah.
Yeah. So, after studying that for a while, and also finding out more about Rammus's order, and the fact that many of them have gone insane, the various lycanthropies that were used and tested upon, others that were extremely unstable, but others that were highly successful, but still very risky into the ways of doing them. That there are far more than just were-tiger and werewolf beyond the order that has been allowed. Even the rumored were-dragon, which has no full merit, but also the curiosity behind it of being successful, is a rather quizzical tome. Obviously, a lot has been redacted from it due to the fact that being a public library in the King's Castle, obviously he very likely has a secondary private archive. After all these discussion matters were happening, Jin attempted to go and speak with Lady Sherval. Unfortunately, he did reach a little bit later after when she had requested not to be bothered so she could finally rest peacefully within her family castle. Her father not too far in his own ward on the second floor, and that's also where Mumnala is the treasurer that Jin had originally spoken with, and had debated out whether or not an airship would be ideal or possible in trade, the 100,000 gold deal. At that point, you were continuing your studies in the library and reading up further and further. Trakadosh had loyally kept bringing you various drinks and other things that you had requested through the night, obviously even preparing your personal rooms. But before finally leaving the library and the vast knowledge and quantities that you were seeking out tenfold, curiously enough, a rat seemingly fell through the chimney.
That little bastard. I remember that.
And every single
remember
motherfucker in there was suspicious.
At that point, everyone pivot, heel turned, and shot the rat on sight.
First.
Fuck that guy.
With absolutely no mercy and all attrition. After which, Pelgrim was immediately forced out of his rat form and popped into his smaller form there on the main carpet, explaining how he had gained knowledge that your friends Paul Gain and the few others on the ship that you had left behind to quickly return Lady Chervil to her father had been captured. Obviously,
Snake, no.
Obviously, there are some questions of how he got that knowledge, but also the fact that he's been watching all of you quite intimately is a danger in itself. Obviously, he's kept very close and rather unsettling knowledge of all of you, apparently. But after brokering a very cautiously worded deal, and much to Pelgrim's regret, he finally agreed to let you have the Chrysoberry Runestone, as well as any other weapons to also allow you to lead to safety, but on the only deal and happenstance that him and his followers would be shown the same respect, and for 24 hours both of parties would leave each other alone. Upon this very heavy-handed agreement and very egregious and very contractual statements and heavy-handed argument in a way, you finally came to... Yeah, he finally came to a full pinnacle at that point where he agreed he would bring his men. No one would be harmed. He would make sure that you and your friends and everyone else that is the accompanying party to get rid of the Temple of Dagon would accompany. That is true. Thalos didn't agree. But by proxy, as the party as you would be, that would still follow the statement. But obviously you don't have any prerequisites or requirements to obviously pay back the deal in full if it were to be broken. You are exempt from any curiosities that might happen upon that bargain. So in which you had left Pelgrim in the Sanctum Circle over the night. At that point, everyone went to get a full rest while Pelgrim sat there for the last 45 minutes waiting for the Sanctuary Circle to finally snuff out, to which the Githyanki guard had kept eye on him the whole time. And he would find out upon early morning that Pelgrim had, well, after the sanctuary had fallen, swiftly flown up the chimney out in a gout of magnificent fire and disappearing into the night. So,
No. He is still in my ring. He cannot escape my ring.
It only lasts for a certain amount of time.
yeah, it doesn't last
I
forever.
am constantly casting it.
You said it, you let it run out last time.
Fuck that guy.
That's what I said.
When are we gonna?
I said, fuck
kill him?
that guy.
When are we gonna kill him? Because we're obviously gonna kill him.
Right
As soon as
now.
we can. As soon as we can. I tried right off the bat. Look, we're not there yet. We're not strong enough. We need a couple more gems. We need to awaken a couple more of these. We need some more weapons. We need some more levels. We need to grind. Where are those bags of rats that I ordered? I clicked my fingers at the server, and where are the bags of rats that I ordered, and my silver knife that I can slay them to gain the maximum levels for the least amount of effort.
They're on their way.
Fuck. Do we have any stumps that I could grind?
Yes, the RuneScape stumps are just out back.
Okay, perfect. Sorry, I'm ruining this. Alright.
Alright. So, obviously, Vethen is going to be going with you. Pelgrim will be accompanying. Vethen is obviously going to also bring quite a few of his elite guard. He can't bring everything, but he still intends to bring an airship out to the said location. That Pelgrim apparently knows the exact area of the Temple of Dagon. But not big surprise on that part due to the fact that he's Pelgrim.
Of course he is.
How much time do we have?
So, with the current circumstance and time, you would have, obviously, the full nights to rest, so a full total of 16 hours there. Because you have
Druids can change their spells on a long rest, right? Or is that only on a level up? Okay, I'm going to change out a couple of my spells.
Alright.
Hey, I'm gonna take water breathing this time around, so you don't have to. Last time you had to waste the spell slot. I'll waste it this time. That's only
Water breathing. What level is that?
I want to say 3. Hold on, let me check.
I think I don't have it anymore anyway, so I don't need to take it off. But thank you. I appreciate it.
Druid soft. No worries.
Ew.
I got it. Yeah, it's third level.
I'm taking fine traps because I don't trust. Water walk.
What should I bring?
Tidal wave.
Find traps. Go to a fucking Comic-Con. No!
Hey now.
Oh, come on. There's people who are into that.
Storm. Sleet storm. What's better, lightning damage? So, alright, so if we're using the Pokemon metaphor, lightning is something I would want to bring against enemies that are underwater. But this isn't Pokemon, this is D&D, and resistances are much more common than weaknesses. It's a child. There was a child there.
What?
No, nothing.
Yes, there was. I saw it too.
I thought you were on speaker. I thought she could hear us. Sorry, that's why I said that. Fuck. So what they're do they have any writings about Dagon and their followers and like people that have fought them before?
With that, go ahead and roll me an investigation and advantage.
Advantage in. Now, could I argue Arcana because I'm specifically looking for their magical ability?
I would allow it.
Like knowledge of Arcana. Okay, yes. That is a critical 27. A 19 and a critical 20 for 27.
Alrighty. So, reading into this very deeply and knowing, especially the specific kind of cult magics that you would be looking for, the pressures alone, especially from the depths, would be the hardest thing that many of the, orders have had complications, best to say. Especially with the fact of diving down that deep, many things implode unless magic or not mundane. So various potion bottles are most likely to be self-destructed unless it's going into a cavernous area.
Oh, interesting. So we shouldn't bring potions.
That's because the extreme depths usually end up imploding them.
Okay.
Wait, so no potions?
Correct.
We shouldn't bring any
Yeah.
potions. Do I find anything about magical abilities or what was effective against them? at all?
So going down.
Fire. Please say fire. Please say fire.
Sadly not. Fire would be the least functional due to the fact that it is underwater. Not most, pretty much all damage underwater that is, including fire, is immediately halved.
We really need to stop fighting things that are covered in water.
Also, the simple fact that a huge portion would be covering on the basis of weapons that are functional underwater. There are some that are clearly shown to not have the prowess unless you have the ability to swim in water or have it cast upon you where you would not be at disadvantage. Also, the fact that various creatures known to that have been used for suffocation. Some are cheeky and they do note to make sure that there are extra spells for water breathing at the ready, just in case, because some of the priests obviously know that most races don't have the capability of water breathing. So either an actual magic item is usually preferable in that matter, or even the fact that you need to be sure to make ready that your ally would be able to get that casted upon them again if you ran into a priest, say one of the Kuatoan or Sahagin priestesses.
They might be able to undo our ability to breathe underwater.
The other issue is that many of the cult of Dagon had, especially for the fact that the creatures themselves are usually very manipulative and able to turn other land-based humanoids to that of watery servants. Aboleths are highly likely if it is a mass gathering of... So, a creature of horrific power, obviously an aberration unnatural to this world, but with a very high, keen magical prowess, and does have the respect and command of many a follower, especially of the depths. Also, the fact that if, with going up against various Sahagin or Kuatoan, there is still the risk of sharks and other creatures that they have possibly trained from the depths below that other people usually wouldn't bother with, because obviously you cannot take them over land. Sharks being the most prevalent because Sahagin have an unnaturally innate ability to telepathically command sharks themselves.
Oh, I checked my pocket for that old scroll of mass transmutation that I left there years ago. I can never find that thing when I need it.
Gosh.
I could turn us all into sharks.
Would have been helpful since we spent so much time in the fucking water.
Oh, we should ask our host if he can equip us with magical items to help us.
Yeah.
Does he have a magical armory that we could raid?
Shopping
trip.
Water.
With that,
Does he have Moses' staff?
You do hear Trakadash state that Master Vethden would most likely have a spare armory for such matters. We have had to deal with things such as that before. I would imagine he would be more than happy to lend or even gift many of said item to you.
Say less.
Are
You
you
gotta say that in Aiden's voice.
are you familiar with
What the fuck do you think this is?
are you familiar with Cloaks of the Manta Ray?
No, but I think we should be soon.
I will definitely make sure to get them ready and dusted off from the closet.
Thank you.
I take off the cloak of the bat I inherited from this unknown party member and I look at it. I guess I'll wrap my potions in this for while I'm gone.
One day, I'll fly again.
I tuck the feather into the cloak because it's in like the hood of the cloak, so I leave it with it so it doesn't get wet. I've got all this poison and shit. I'm gonna leave it up here. Oh wait, but if it's in my haversack, it's in an extra dimensional space. So I just put it in my backpack.
All right.
So, but I just have to remember that I can't take it out,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna unequip the cloak of the bat.
As for other traps and prowesses, you can tell, especially for the fact that Vithin is going to be taking the airship. He is quite familiar with the fact that they are quite intimately knowledgeable with storm manipulation and controlling the weather. So it's obvious to expect that there are going to be very rough seas going out to this location. There is also another section where you read that the Sahagin are quite skilled at making tidal pools. So even going down with water, the ability to swim in the water, you need to make sure that you are ready and able-bodied, or will be able to anticipate the worst, as these currents will also be used against you in any means necessary. And then finally, especially Dagon being the darker god of the depths, and much more vigilant as a god, and especially with various sons, daughters, and so forth throughout the oceans, will be keeping a very likely intimate eye upon the temple, and even try to intercede with his own magics, or, well, banes upon you upon entering into this location.
Dope. Love to hear that. Very excited about that thing that you just said.
So, obviously there's not going to be many traps, but there will be the very magic of the temple working against you in itself.
Well, I've got my detect magic already. Watery sphere. Fourth spell. Alright. Effin Sahagin is fucking right. I do not look forward to this fight. I don't know if we're like sharing rooms or if we have separate rooms, but Aiden's like up late reading this, so if anybody's around, that's who he's talking to.
Okay. Also, brief side note, there is on the final manuscripts stating that if there are any other beings, especially pertaining to that of demigodhood, to lead with extraordinary caution or recommended immediate retreat. Unless you actually have some form of upper hand.
We have Pelgrim, and we know now that he's a pit fiend. Right? Or is that something you told us out of character?
No, you definitely know he's a pit fiend. It was
Okay.
revealed to you, especially by Vethdem.
Yeah. So this... That's why... Item's like, he's got a wall, string, and he's connecting dots. So this is why he's been able to escape you all for so long. If this creature is truly as powerful as Vesten claims, then it may be useful to allow it to clear the path for us. I
Suppose so.
not.
Suggesting
I
we
have-
let.
I'm suggesting we send in. Have you heard of the new invention, the Wrecking Ball? Yes, I suggest we send in the big, brash one first. Perhaps know better how to deal with what we find. I saw it cut out on me.
I don't think anyone wants to let him out of their sights, especially not down there.
Then perhaps we should fight our own fights, but keep him in our sights.
Put him.
Very well.
Absolutely.
Aiden's not gonna fucking help this Pogrom at all. Like, it's gonna be like fucking season 1 of Mando when he goes on that spaceship and they just all watch him fight the robots. It's gonna be just like that.
Listen, if he dies on his own, it saves us some effort, but
Then not that pleasure taken away from us.
He will not die by anyone's hands but ours.
Thank you. I support this.
alright, so are we trying to like negotiate a spot on his airship, or are we gonna end up getting whirlpooled?
Looking for like weather controlling spells, but they're all really high level.
Yeah,
Does he have
luckily, I
anything
don't
else
think I
that-
used them.
As for
You go.
anything else, it just simply states, especially for well, invading these various temples, to not disrespect the shrines unless you have a means to purify the grounds.
Like a remove curse.
Like a ceremony spell being performed to sanctify
Oh.
the ground.
Ugh, I'm not a cleric or a paladin. That's outside of my
Wheelhouse?
ceremony.
Mm-hmm.
Priest. Camera on. What are you looking at?
Huh?
Take the ceremony spell.
But, okay. Okay.
It's a good idea.
That's a level 1?
Yeah,
Am I looking at the right one?
yeah. It's easy. That's what I'm saying. You got this.
Okay.
Aiden's like giving Rain notes. Rain's like, whatever you say, man.
Alright. If you
You're
think
buying
it'll
me.
come
You're
in
buying me
handy-
another beer, right? You're buying me. Okay, good.
Aiden, too much talk, not enough beer.
Yes, but what I'm saying is you need to be prepared if you need to do the ceremony, so you have to study the ritual tonight, is what I'm
I'd be better prepared to perform it.
Right,
with
yes.
Ale.
I
in my
flagged down.
hand.
I flagged down. Yes, okay. Two more.
Right.
I'm only paying for 2 of them.
That's a negotiation.
Oh my god.
Well, I
Hella
guess we don't
funny.
need the water breathing, so you can prepare something else. If we all have cloaks of the manta ray.
Can I put my cloak in your bag too?
Sure.
With my potions.
Sure.
So
Yeah, I can load up on all the potions. I'll mark that one of my pockets is full of everybody else's shit.
How many spells can I have readied at any given point?
It should be, let's see, if I recall, 1 plus, or it should be more than that actually.
As a
It's wisdom
cleric.
modifier enhanced, so.
Prayer, when you do so, wisdom modifier plus your cleric level, yeah. So 10 plus, what's your wisdom modifier? 3 or 4? Or 5?
3.
3?
Three.
So 13
Three.
spells.
Mm.
But you
13
know
spells.
all of them. You just prepare different ones. each day.
Those are the ones
Right,
you can
right.
use for the day until long rest.
So 13 in total.
Mhm.
Yes, Trepadash.
Plus the ones that you get from your like items and like your, I'm sure you have class or subclass specific spells that you get for each level of spell. There's probably 2 per, and those are in addition to your 13.
Yeah, there are
Look
ones
that
that
up.
are constantly prepared because of the order or belief that you have.
Yep.
What
As
would I
a
look up to
life
figure that out?
domain cleric.
Oh.
Here I can send you the list right now. You have blood here. I will DM you this list of spells.
Appreciate it.
So if you have a so these are spell slots, not yeah. So you have all of these because you're over 9th level,
Okay.
and these are in addition to your 13.
Okay.
So you actually have 23.
Okay.
We want you to have the most possible options. You are our biggest caster. Like,
I
It's
also
so funny.
don't
I
have
barely
any
use that
potions,
shit.
so I can't heal myself. So
So it's
thanks,
13.
guys.
It's 13 on top of these, on top of the life domain
yes,
spells. Cool.
yes,
Just wanted to
yes,
double check.
ma'am. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm brushing up on my spell. This is the moment where I realizes he can't cast fireball anymore, and it's like fuck, and my revivify won't work anymore
I gotta
anyway. Shit.
redo all of these. DM, is it okay if I spend the next like 5-10 minutes resetting all my spells so I can?
Yep, that's fine.
But y'all could keep going.
Right. So, obviously, Treganesh does bring the various mentals in question. You can add Cloak of the Mentoring to your listings, which this item is a lot more pleasant. It doesn't require attunement. You simply put up the hood. It does give you water breathing as well as a swim speed of 60 feet. So you would not be at disadvantage.
We're so fast.
Excuse me, where do I find Raised Dead?
Raised what?
Raised Dead?
Oh, Raised Dead.
Mm-hmm.
In the spell list.
Yeah, it should be in the spell listings.
Yeah, I missed it. Weird.
Raised Dead.
Oh.
That's what it sounded like the first time.
I'm sorry. I
It
was
was,
reading
but-
Raised
but-
Dead. I mean, you're not wrong. I'm
Are
just
you?
trying to find...
Is it that you can't add it to your character sheet, or?
Well, it wasn't on here, so I was like, oh, maybe
Well, you
I don't.
probably gotta add it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you
Gotta
go, you
find this
open the
information.
compendium on the side. You're on roll 20, right?
Yes.
So you go to the eye on the side near where the
Uh-huh.
chat is, and you
Uh-huh.
type in "raise dead."
I've never used this option before.
Oh my
What in
God.
the fuck?
We've definitely done this before.
No, we definitely have not.
We've
I
been
have
down
never
this
clicked
path,
on
but
that
you've
I
just
button.
been having a lot of fun. We'll put it down.
In my life.
Josh, I don't think I can see from Aiden's token.
Let's see. Oh, the vision got messed up.
I can see from Jin, for some reason.
That's because he's got the
Let me
light
try
coming off his body.
Add this? I can't add this.
You gotta, so your character sheet has to be in the roll 20 window, and you just drag it and drop it. So if you currently have it popped out, you gotta close
I
it
do.
and reopen it. So
Oh,
close it,
okay.
reopen it. It's gotta be inside the roll 20 window.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I didn't explain it.
There we go.
Oh.
Just like she hasn't used heal, cough, cough.
Oh.
Damn.
Fuck.
You're talking a whole lot of fucking shit today. I just want to say.
Someone might end
Okay.
up dead today.
Again.
Clear across the room. Did every...
Look at that. I never knew you could drag and drop shit on this. This is so cool.
It's so much easier, right?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Okay.
No idea.
Now I get 13 more. This is so cool. Yeah.
I recommend some healing spells because you get a bunch of bonuses to that.
Who am I gonna heal? Huh?
Us. Motherfucker. What? Our bloodhound like has resorted to potions at all times because our cleric was just like, I'm gonna hit things with
Oh
my
my
big
God.
hammer.
My
Yeah, I
hammer
have, like,
is so
10
goddamn
potions.
cool. If you were me, you would hit shit too with it.
Dude, do it. Heal, bonus action, hit, main action.
Alright.
Healing word is a bonus action. We love you, Rain. You could be such a powerful healer. You have all these powerful healing things.
Alright. Healing word's the first one I clicked, okay? Just for you.
Thank you. You know, it's all I wanted.
Okay.
If you have healing word, you can also pick up mass healing word and heal a bunch of people at once, still for a bonus action. Still really good spell.
I have mass cure wounds already. Do I also need mass healing wounds?
One is a bonus action, one is a main action. If you want to be more combat oriented, like you seem to be,
Oh.
I'm suggesting more bonus actions because it seems like you want to use your main action to hit. So you should adapt to your
do.
play style.
Okay.
So look at more spells that are cast on a bonus action if you want to play more like a paladin.
Maybe. Okay. I'm gonna click on other things.
You know what? The siblings should switch. Jin's tired of being objectified for his charisma modifier, and Rain doesn't want to cast spells. So we switch. It's perfect. Glares at Nate. Hey, what? What? Young black dragon is typing. I don't like that. Y'all need Jesus.
Is Jesus a deity in this world? Who is Jesus? Is this your brother? Who? Like, what are we talking about?
The great and powerful Jesus.
Oh, I'm mad someone's typing for me. What?
He does stonework.
Okay. Virtual weapon.
Alright. Well, obviously there's quite a deal of time to prepare. And the circumstance, I would imagine everyone is trying to get a good night's rest.
Yes, sir.
Full of meditation.
Do we have horrible dreams?
For that, you do not.
Thank God.
Not yet, anyway.
God.
But come early morning, Vefton is obviously awaiting you at the dinner tables. Look on the music and get this.
Oh no, Drake Hound's gotta stay behind.
It's true.
Yeah, you can't roll in
Oh
water.
wait, no, hold on, mine's black. They can breathe.
Definitely can't
underwater,
swim.
can it? Ha 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 ha.
He actually can.
Yeah. He can swim and breathe underwater.
You're gonna give him a fucking cloak the mentor.
But how he's gonna roll? Like his wheels won't spin in water.
He can swim with his arms. There are also like little fins that come out of the side. Should I take giant insect? Are there giant underwater insects? Could I summon a water spider? Could I summon a crab with giant insect?
A crab with giant insect? No.
Crabs are crustaceans. They're not insects, but like
They're arthropods and no.
sorry, they're arthropods. My apologies.
Yep. See, blackguard drakes are amphibious.
Question:
Yes.
Can enhance ability be casted on a person that I'm with?
Enhance ability, is it stipulated as touch or self?
It says you touch a creature. Does the creatures apply to our peoples?
Yes.
Yes.
So as long as it has the word touch attached to it, it means you can give that to someone else.
You have to be right next to them though if it says touch.
Yes.
Okay.
And when they use the word creature, that means ally and enemy.
Okay.
You can just walk up to an enemy and be like, "Hey, you're blessed now." It's just like, what the fuck? Why are you helping me?
Or if you go to a zombie and touch it and be like healing touch. Oh, thank you. Ah, my skin.
Deadly touches.
Alright. So, obviously, with sympathy forward planning, you can see that Vithin has breakfast set out, as well as various, well, it looks kind of like coffers, except they have wands set in them. One for each of you. Obviously, making ready, as he will greet you in the morning, happily.
Okay, I got all my spells.
Obviously, we are quite familiar with this situation, so we are planning our best to move around this. You can see Trakadash is already bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, moving around, making sure that everything is served up appropriately. I've made sure that there is wands prepared for you that could cast cure wounds. We've experienced the depths before, and they are quite intense for those who are not familiar with them. If they're as deep as I am assuming, then we would probably be fairly close to the ocean floor. Maybe even close to one of the ravines that travel further down where many cannot go. If some of you do not wish to go, I can understand. This is quite the, well, intimidating matter. Even with friends on the line, this is, well, quite the show of respect and love.
At this point, doing stupid things like this is kind of what we do.
And we're not about to leave our own people behind. That's not something we do. We wouldn't come here and ask a favor of you so that we disrespect another one of our allies. That's not good. Anything. Business or anything.
Crunch.
I'll move the mic away so I'm not like right in my mouth.
We greatly appreciate your assistance.
It is the least that I can do for returning my daughter and allowing this country to continue prospering under the banner of good men and women. Obviously, we still have a great deal to clean up, but at least now we can move full speed with it. We'll be taking one of my airships is going to be the smaller one, obviously to bring less attention to us, but also to be able to move quicker. If I was to bring one of the main galleons, it would be a lot slower, more dangerous. Speed is more the purview. You don't exactly want to spend too much time in the area where they are. Also brings bigger sight to your own ship. I would imagine it's probably a merchant at most if traveling by.
Sweet, so we're getting a free ride on his airship.
Damn right.
So what's in the boxes?
In the boxes is a wand of cure wounds. 9 charges total. Each one is able to cast cure wounds. Obviously, if you up the amount of charges you put out from them, you can upcast cure wounds. So if you use 2, you can upcast it to a level 2 spell of cure wounds, all the way up to the max of 9. These ones sadly do not recharge, but obviously are for emergencies.
How many charges do they have? I'm sorry, I missed that part.
They have 10 total.
10 total. Okay.
So enough for 1 super juiced emergency charge, and then 1 more if need be. Or obviously splitting it 5 and 5. Or however you wish to do. Just be sure to keep track of how many charges you have on your wand.
Just added a tracker. What does the holy symbol of Assure do again, and why did it go to me and not a cleric or paladin?
What?
The holy
you
symbol
took
of it. Did I take it?
Probably. I don't remember no holy symbol.
Trying to remember
That
exactly.
was there, but we were probably doing that thing
It's
where
a-
no one wanted to like go for it. Is what we always do.
No one really wanted to claim it.
Yeah,
Right.
no one wanted, so you took it. I think it was just valuable.
Well, like,
I marked
none of us
marked
were-
down that it was a holy symbol of Assure +1, which I guess it means it's a +1, like
Magic item.
magic, like, yeah. And I wrote, like, I made a tracker for it on my sheet, and I said it has 1 charge. So I feel like it did one thing. Hold on, did I mark what it did in the? Oh, it said it gives. No, that's not. I don't know.
Can't remember exactly myself.
Okay, well then never mind. Then it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Pilgrim never said where he would meet. I would imagine he would arrive at the same location when we get there. He did leave a note. I have my navigator. I'm mapping it out where in the ocean we should be arriving at. Though, I would imagine the weather will shift quite drastically once we are near.
Can I, would I be able to do something ridiculous, like pour some of that super effective poison we got on a rag to wipe on my weapon later, since I can't bring the bottle?
Kind of gunk it up a little and then make it like a wipeable tar kind of oil.
Yeah.
I would allow that.
Nice. So I put some of the red blossom poison that we got in there.
I have some orange blossom poison that I could give you as well, in case we need more than 1 dose. I think this is dangerous. We should use anything that we have that we aren't going to be able to, like, I'm not going to be able to I have potions of resistance that aren't going to be able to be used, but if we have poisons or things that we can bring in that are being limited by the terrain, those might be the things that we need the most.
How many
Nate, I didn't understand what you said about the potions.
We can't bring potions here because of the pressure. We're
Oh,
putting
okay.
them in my handy haversack because it's an extra dimensional space.
Okay.
But we won't be able to take them out while we're under there. So he wanted to use his poison. He had a red
vial of
blossom poison. I have a vial of orange blossom poison. I was going to give him mine as well so that he can use both, because I think now is the time, if we've been like saving things, now is the time to use them. This is the moment where, you know, where we've hit a couple of checkpoints. This is a good rest stop. We're about to go and get our teeth kicked in. And I'm putting on my bracers.
How many uses would one vial have? Would it just go by whatever the time limit is, or?
It would pretty much once you wipe it onto your weapon, then it would have the 1 dose, and then pretty much for 1 hour.
Oh, okay.
One of those potion of resistance too. Should I also give that to you, Nate?
Yeah, I'll mark. So just make sure that you like uncheck the little blue check mark next to it
Okay.
in your character sheet, and
did.
I've marked that I have the party's potions and cloaks.
Oh, okay. And cloaks?
Yeah. He gave me his cloak. He has the cloak of. What was your cloak that you gave me?
Oh, the hound, the hellhound.
Ah, hellhound. There you go.
From way back in the day.
Have you used it ever?
I used the resistance more than once. I jumped into fire with Jin to fight a demon. That turned into like his sword or something.
It's really good for that. Yeah, the hellhound abilities are good at low level, but now it's not super cool.
No, I'm not standing in fire now.
Alright, so I will delete my orange blossom poison then. You can take that and another thing.
I'm assuming 1 dose counts as 1 hit.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So now we have 2 pretty big, like really damaging poisony hits.
Some really deadly shit.
Let's make sure that we don't use these on a fiend that might be immune to poison.
You know what I really hate? A lot of my abilities deal with concentration.
Paladins, man.
Yeah.
That's what is life.
Like, it's hard to... I'm trying to think of combos to do. But if I do one thing, that ability ends if I cast another one, and most of it's concentration. Oh, fuck. Alright. I think I figured something out.
DM, can I ask one more question?
Of course.
When we roll for initiative, does my +5 bonus from the being alert get automatically added, or do I have to add it to
Can
the
you roll for initiative right now so we can see the formula?
Yep.
Oh,
And then click
we
it.
could do that?
Because
Oh,
I believe
shucks.
it would have
I
to
believe
be...
you also should roll initiative at advantage with that, right?
Yes, you should.
No,
How do you look at the
Did you
formula?
click it twice or did you click it once?
When you
I clicked
Hey.
it.
It doesn't
What
look
the
like it automatically
fuck?
adds the
No, it
Hold on.
doesn't. So
+5.
you should
Let's
go
see.
into the little gear
Advantage.
behind your.
And- which he does have the initiative modifier at 5. It's just never put it to advantage.
Does she? Because it says 1d20 plus 4 equals...
But Rain, what's your dexterity modifier? Is it -1?
I'll go back and look.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why. +5 -1.
It's been there the whole time. Correct, man.
Oh, so my rolls just suck?
Well, your dexterity's really bad. You're slow.
Yeah. You're not the most nimble.
Sorry, Rain.
Oh.
Use a bit.
Okay.
You big. You buff. You got the shield and the armor and the big hammer, but you can't run that
But I'm
fast with all
slow.
that shit. Yeah.
Shucks.
You beefcake.
See, be
Yeah.
like me. I wear only cloak, have only staff, armor, and shield. Is fine. It's only half plate. It's light. It's breezy. I can have my sides out.
Okay.
Sure.
You let your muffin top hang out?
Muffin top. Aiden is a No. He is a monk.
He just-
He is a druid. He is an
No,
earthly
he's
man.
not. Don't you dare sully that class's name by saying that.
He is a druid.
He is a druid.
No, first you said monk.
So that, Lady Cheval,
Rest in peace.
Caught
people.
out.
Rest in peace.
Caught out.
will come and join at the table. You can tell, obviously, looking concerned for her father and the rest of you, especially after being rescued and now still being separated once again so soon.
Oh no.
Go kiss your boo goodbye.
I'm waiting for her to make the move because I left the book for her.
So,
I got other things to plan on.
Well.
My mind is right now on the fight.
I'm sorry, on the what?
On the fight that's to come.
Oh. Carry on.
I wanted to wish you
What
all
did you
before
say?
you had travelled on. I want to thank
Thank
you personally as well. Obviously, everything was a dangerous rush, and I'm sorry that your friends have gotten caught in the crossfire over myself. I promise you all that you will always be welcome in Onso, and this entire country is indebted to you, no matter what happens today. All of you are always welcome here.
Rain and Aiden are making stupid faces at each other across the table.
We're the mature ones, we swear.
Well, thank you. Hopefully, we'll bring your
Highest wisdom in the party, right here.
Actually, what is my wisdom?
Should be.
No, I don't think so.
No. I'm sorry.
If anything, not to speak ill, but if all of you don't return, I will be sure to send another party to search for what remains.
Jesus.
Damn.
That got dark real quick.
Well, I
I
mean,
mean, we had balls with Pelgrim, but that kind of just shot our motivation down.
Like, Jesus, lady, read the room.
Supposed to be motivational before we go into battle.
What the
You call
fuck
that
was
a
that?
pep talk? No.
What the fuck?
We don't like her
I'm
anymore.
gonna
We
need
should
Jen
go.
to talk. I'm gonna need Jen
Show
to
your
talk
woman.
us up after that.
Where's our inspirational speech?
Yeah. Here.
I feel like just
Listen.
reenacting fucking M'Baku's chant. Get us all freaking hyped with battle.
Yeah. I mean, if you got it in you.
here we go. Do
Oh
it.
man.
Come on,
After
there's a lot
she
of time
finished
to do
saying
it.
it, like when we getting ready, then I'll start hyping us up.
What, when we're standing on the deck of the boat about to jump into the icy deep?
Exactly.
Oh god, okay, here we go.
You're fucking right.
Man, I hate this. I hate everything. Everything in Aiden is like, I don't want to go in there. I don't want to do this.
Fuck those
I don't want to do
guys.
this. No, but that's the thing. It's them. He's like, I can't leave them. That's the reason. He could not.
Oh, is he attached to us?
I mean, yeah. That's the whole thing. He cannot allow people to. If he can stop it, he cannot allow people to fall to like what he considers to an unjust death.
How good-hearted. So good-hearted.
He making that face?
Oh, Lord, I'm ready to jump. Let's go.
Yeah.
We're standing in the man's kitchen.
I'm ready to jump. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go.
Alrighty.
So,
Got a
let's head
goddamn
out.
cloak
When do we
and
leave?
everything.
Where's this boat?
So, moving on to the Sky Cutter.
That's a good name. Oh! Isn't this from your other session with the air pirates?
Well, this is one of many ship forms that have not gotten to use before.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I could have sworn you told me you had a session about air pirates.
Oh yeah, this guy's a Lestrana.
Oh, okay.
Quite familiar with sky ships.
Okay, so I was right. Okay, cool.
So, obviously, this...
Does he have like 7? What are this? 5 ships?
I'm standing in front like it's Titanic.
various layer by layer. Up,
I can't stand in the
Oh,
middle.
okay.
upper deck, mid, lower, hold.
Oh, okay.
And then the very bottom is the sub-hold, where all the supplies are at. Obviously, comfortable rooms, a little bit of drinking areas, back and forth. I'll open up the various doors so you can explore. Obviously, if you're sliding around, everything is there and available. You know, a little taste if you go through with the deal for the 100,000 gold on the airship.
These are balloons? So there's a balloon above where Aiden and Rain are now standing atop this like pillar.
Sorry, what was that?
So for this one, yes, there are the
Right.
various sails and the main balloon up above, along with a front propeller that actually gives it a large increased amount of speed going forward.
Cool.
Especially
Is it,
for
like, super windy up here on the deck.
extremely windy. Basically, it's like, you ever experience basically a wind tunnel?
Yes.
Exactly that. It's how it feels when you're out in the upper deck. It's extremely refreshing. It's still obviously cold when you pass through a cloud or two. It gets very wet for a brief time before passing on. But
Oh.
you can tell, especially for the ballistae on the front, is one of the arcane ballistae. They do have the various harpoons and other things on the side readied up.
Is it harder to breathe for us up here? Like, does it feel like we're on a really aggressive oxygen machine?
It does not. So, fun fact. Oxygen is not very limited, especially for the way planar travel goes and the astral sea. So space travel works just in short D&D lessons here. If this ship were to leave atmosphere, you would have approximately, considering the size, because it has its own gravity, carrying effectively an air bubble equal to that of an hour's time of air. If you had a tree or any plants on it, you could effectively make your own ecosystem and travel the stars in this. So
Do you
long
have
as
an
you...
Oh, that's cool.
Wild.
So
Planar,
how do we make that happen?
but obviously you would need something beyond just a balloon. You would need a little more of an arcane engine to be able to continue to propel it.
Oh, okay.
Because the fire would eventually eat the rest of the air.
Hashtag goals.
Obviously, the Sky Cutter is obviously made in the mind of very quick and obviously surface, or well, not surface, but sky travel next to a planet itself. But there are definitely ships that can travel the stars very easily. It's just that you gotta make sure you have enough oxygen.
Ramus asks if anybody would join him below for a pipe of the good stuff, since it's not happening up here.
Aiden absolutely would, but he is super fascinated with what is going on, like with the hot air, the balloon. Like he loves like he's not controlling the flames, but he's using like his fire. Like he loves feeling it like rise and change and how it makes the ship move.
Especially
You don't
for
make us
Like
crash.
meditating.
especially
He's not
for
doing anything.
how much hot air there is currently just above you in the main balloon. Even though it's fairly cold, hilariously enough, with the hot air balloon just above you, it actually makes it very tolerable up here. You could tell that the only way it would be unruly is if you were in a very cold weather area. I didn't look at well. That's why he's got burns, man. So, with that, you can see Veth is obviously making himself mentally ready. You guys are free to explore the ship at the time, but it will take you a much shorter travel than you had expected. Obviously, the Temple of Dagon is not far. It is half a day's travel. And obviously, you would be expecting Pilgrim when you arrive.
Well, seems like that talk last night really put it down in the dumps. Anybody have anything they want to say?
I went down to do my smokes.
Well, shit.
I'm just preparing.
Jin pulls out his sword and snaps his fingers so his armor can come on.
I'll come down. I'll see this and I'll come down. Stay. Oh,
All right,
shit.
Deadass Rangers, huddle up. Why is Ramus on the other ship?
It's not the other ship. It's the lower level.
Oh, it is.
Yep.
I
Oh,
stay
yeah,
for
I was
this
like,
shit I gotta hear.
I was misty stepping, thinking I was jumping to other ships. All right.
Nope.
This is all one ship.
We have watched and listened from the sky. We have watched with the disgust as this witch's magical advancements have been overseen by a demon who scoffs at religion. And now they want to hand the princess over to this demon who could not even keep his own ass safe. We will not have it. I said, we will not have it, though. I, Jin, leader of the Deadass Rangers, will make sure of that. Thank you, guys. Scene.
Hell yeah.
It was beautiful. That was beautiful.
Aiden claps.
I
Aiden
felt
claps.
that deep, like, in my soul. It was really, really,
You sound like my Plainsman brothers.
I jump off the boat in a beautiful swan
Motivational.
dive.
Now we gotta jump off the ship like we're X-Force.
Alrighty.
No, you
Is
gotta
that
cross your
Rain's
arms.
pose? Tell me that's Rain's pose. Thank you.
No, you gotta cross your arms like we're X-Force.
oh,
X-Force.
Just hopefully we don't land like X-Force.
that's a little too Wakanda-esque for me.
Wakanda forever.
It'd be funny if one of us gets like unconscious and we just go down going.
Just go fucking down.
Is that the death pact? If you die, you gotta say X-Force. If you want your character to actually die.
Any type of inconvenience. I see big sea creatures.
What?
Things
I'm
in
in
the water.
danger. I'm in danger. Oh, those are big sharks.
Oh man,
Is it
I'm
too late to
in.
go back?
fucking danger. Snake.
I'm going to misty step back.
Or
there.
I'm sorry, Drake.
It's far too high.
I grab onto his foot. So I get to come.
You both sink
Don't wanna be
rapidly.
here. No. I use my cloak to fly in the water. Who said I'm a moth?
Alrighty, so grabbing extra
I
pieces.
didn't realize Aiden had a new token.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's my art that I had commissioned.
Nice. Good job.
Yeah. Yeah, she did a great job. Submarine was good.
She's
Good.
ready.
You wanna fight?
So,
Let's go.
as you arrive, obviously at the front and center, you hear Viften quickly saying, "My guards can handle the Melro and the sharks up front. We need to make our way for the front gate immediately." With that, you can hear a little bit of a mumbled gurgle, obviously, as you are far offset, but you do hear it as they start to appear from their own portal rift, obviously waiting for the ethereal plane.
Damn, son.
Pelgrim shows up with some of his biggest boys.
Shit.
So with that, he looks at the sharks, looks at the rest of your group. Intimidated already? Man, you really need a spine.
We're not outwardly intimidated. This is me, Nate.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can I like intimidate
Or
them
kill
to see
him.
if I clash?
Side eye, intense glare,
Yeah, I
anime
want an
moment.
intense glare side eye Pilgrim in his group.
The big bad and ugly.
I'm going to
I'm
cast
gonna roll it. I'm going to roll it.
enhance ability. No, I should. Eagle Splendor, Intimidation, Advantage. I mean, hey, good. There you go.
You can tell that all of these boys are well and ready. The two red-skinned ones, each one has 3 scorpion tails along with 4 arms. The 2 meteor arms wielding a runic scythe blade. The other 2 insectoid giant creatures that you have recognized before. You're quite familiar as you have fought off against one of these, and thankfully you had a cloud giant with you, otherwise things would have gone very, very south. As you know and recognize these as ice devils with mercurial glaives. Especially recognizing these, well, the few various devils that you do recognize, that Pelgrim has quite an immense push and pull in the realm of Mephistopheles and the frigid libraries of Avernus.
Jim turns and shouts toward the red demons and say, compensating for the lack of skill, 3 tails, 4 arms.
Stuff one in every single hole in your face.
Oh, you'll be saying that with
And a
no
species
arms and
erotica.
no tail?
I suggest we spread out slightly.
With that, you can even see Viften is just kind of eyeing Pelgrim cautiously, obviously with 0 fucking trust in the situation.
Hey, cabin boy.
So that you can see these ones, along with Pelgrim, very quickly go to greet the other 2, the other 2 giant sharks and start making short work of them. You can see that the other Githyanki warriors that are accompanying you Beth then points out to the other ones across the way, and they immediately start moving in for it.
At least they're going around that way. They're getting to whatever the fuck that one is all over there in the corner. And I didn't point. And he says, I guess these ones are ours. And he points at those two. I'd rather not be beaten to the punch by Pilgrim, if that's our goal. Let's get it.
Do you think we should go across the middle? Cover more ground that way?
I would rather not be encircled from all sides. Unless... and I look at these guys, and do they look like they can take these three on their own?
For the Githyanki Guard?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they definitely look like it.
Oh. Oh, then, yeah, fuck yeah, let's do that.
You can see that they actually very quickly misty step over and start making very short work of the main marrow that are floating around. At that point, you can hear Vethden like, let Pilgrim and his other cronies have fun with them. We need to make our way inside and start taking care of our own matters. The shorter we make this, the better. And it even gives us the upper hand in finding those relics.
Who these belong to?
Lead.
Those are mine.
Okay.
Lead the fucking way then, let's go.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Wow.
Da 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 da. Only two of us are moving up. Why are you guys back there?
So as you get up to there, Jin, we'll throw down some initiative.
Is that pizza? Oh.
Inishwari Tav.
Hey, where'd your account go?
You went all the way down there for some reason.
I mean, for some reason it still didn't roll with initiative, so I guess you get to roll again. Oh no, it did roll with initiative. It went with your 9 instead of your 13.
Yep.
Instead of your
Hey,
1.
the twins rolled the same.
Hey, look at you guys.
Fuck you, Ramus.
Wait, but wait, this is the point where poor fucking Drakehound gets left behind because his swim speed is half of ours.
Oof, Vethden. You've fallen behind, my boy.
I'll bring up the rear.
Alrighty. So, especially since that this thing is sitting and waiting for anything to approach, it's going to make its 2 initial attacks. That's a prize just to fast forward through everything.
The city can attack. That's alright. Hold on now.
It's not the city, as the kelp itself rises up against you.
Ooh.
Oh, how lovely. Just like spawn near me.
Oh, like the whole. Does the whole wall move, or is it just
The entire
one,
wreath
like
at the bottom, and obviously encircling the city, comes alive and coalesces mainly here. At this point, this one will be against Jin, and it does have a 50-foot reach. And Aiden, you are the second target because you're the other one closest.
That's, well, it is a thing you said.
So
You're the DM, so they tell me.
I see everyone shuffling around.
We are in initiative. Uh-oh. Wait, quick, he hasn't ordered the initiative. We can still... Oh, fuck.
Wait. Alrighty, so... at this point, you will see, especially since you're kind of like at this snap and ready, you see Aiden and Jin suddenly enclosed by kelp tendrils as they start literally crushing the life out of you. You are currently restrained by these, and you can tell they are starting to pull you in the direction of the mass. Ramus, you're up.
I mean, I go try and save my boy.
Alrighty. So, you can attack the kelp directly if you want to try and cut them free. Obviously, you will have to move up. You do have a 60-foot swim speed because of the cloak of the manta ray.
Yeah, I try and cut him out. Can I make my shadow go? I don't think it'll actually reach him. Oh no, can I have my shadow come up with me and do a action for me, or are they always after me?
They are always after you, sadly.
Alright, yeah, I try and cut Jin out.
Alright, that'll take one of your attack actions to do so. But, especially with that, it's easy enough. You quickly you move up, because they only have the 3 HP for when you cut the kelp tendril. So you manage to free Jin from this binding tendril. Jin, you feel the air finally rush back to your throat, even though you're obviously breathing water for the moment, but this thing crushes with such intense force, especially being closer to the seabed floor. Even your plate mail was not saving you. You can feel it weighing down on you like a fucking steel vice.
Is there like a base to this that I think would be an effective place to hit?
For this, as far as you could tell, it just seems to be the mass. There's no real central nervous system. They seem to just kind of work in tandem like that if it were a golem.
I guess there's not much. If I try and back up, will it opportunity attack me?
You'll find out.
I was trying to ask how much of this was sentient versus just reactionary.
Can't tell you unless you roll me a good old insight on it, because it does seem pretty adamant about defending the city.
I mean, well, no, can't tell anything.
Yeah, not very sure. It's a plant mass. It seems smart enough to attack those approaching the city that aren't a worshipper. As for what it does, you're not sure. Looks
Is
like
this like blocking our way in?
Yes. You can tell you could still try and make a dash for it, but it obviously has quite the magnificent reach and will try and stop you at any means.
Alright, so I guess I start trying to cut the path.
Alright, going to start swathing your way through. Go ahead and roll me another attack. Yep, those definitely hit. Go roll damage. Excellent. So especially with that, you can tell cutting most of the kelp away from the rock as you're trying to fight this creature made of kelp itself. Obviously, it's trying to maintain its form and just kind of cloud, but you could see that if you keep forcing your way through, you can definitely disperse it enough to be able to break into the city.
Two of my shadows back me up. Are they strong enough to do anything to this? If they attack, will it?
For this, your shadows have always been reliable enough. Even with them striking, you can tell that they can still tear away a good portion of the path as well.
Alright, so 2 of them hit.
Very nice.
Oh, whoops. So. Yeah, I guess that's my turn. Will this thing get affected by the strength drain?
For this is one of the few things that you've seen not getting affected by the strength drain, but at the same time, you could tell that this is mostly due to the fact that it's not humanoid. It seems to be mostly comprised of magic in itself. It's not kind of the one, it's more of like the many making the swarm.
Okay, so yeah, that's it.
Alright. Aiden with the mega circle.
I'm thinking I wanted to see how big a 20-foot radius circle was, and I feel like it might be slightly too massive, because I wanted to kind of put it here in between Ramus and Jin to free them, but now the shadows are a little bit in the way, so it doesn't work as well.
And
But
you are currently restrained still.
Right, but so my attacks have disadvantage, but this would be a saving throw spell.
Yep.
Because I have my magical focus, which is my staff. But I think instead I'm just gonna go for a blight on
only
the.
It's one of 2 of my shadows. You don't really have to worry about it.
I'm just gonna blight it instead. So I'm going to just touch my staff to the base that's wrapped around me, and then I point it at the main mass just past Jin, and I cast blight on it. And my spell save DC is 19.
19 con. Alright, so that would be a 13. And that definitely fails. Roll damage.
That's 39.
39
Damn.
doubled over.
He said what?
78. It's doubled as it is an actually naturally occurring plant at the seabed being controlled here.
So, necrotic damage. Yes. Okay. Thank you.
So you just see a huge amount of the kelp just shrivel and die, and just completely start opening up. You could tell that this initial creature is almost broken away, though the few kelp tendrils that are wrapping around you are still gripping tight. At this point, you can start feeling the lack of air getting to you as your lungs are literally getting squeezed flat.
It's,
I didn't know it was good too.
it's choking me?
Yep.
Oh, I did not know that. Well, okay, that sucks. How long? What are the rules for
Suffocation?
So it's squeezing my air out because I'm not holding my breath anymore, so I'm suffocating now?
Yep.
That sucks. Okay, wow. I'm alright.
So you get that one spell off the end of your turn, and then suddenly you just feel as you have 1 minute to live.
What the fuck?
That's 10 rounds. We got this.
Jin.
I'm just gonna keep up the ASMR as everybody's turn goes on.
You know,
How far
take
do I
an
have to go to
inspiration
touch
point.
How far do I have to be to cut off the tendril?
For that, you're actually right next to it. It shot the tendrils out in both of your directions. So all you have to do is use an attack action to cut it.
Alright, so I'm going to use an attack to cut the tendril to free the homie.
Alrighty.
Find my sword.
Be the homies.
I'm doing the classic. I got the one hand at the tendril around my chest and neck, and I've got the other hand waving out at Jin. My eyes bugging out of my head.
So that you slice the kelp free, and you can see that whole entire tendril disperses and starts falling towards the seabed floor. Alright, and you feel the pressure finally release, and the air kind of rushes back to your veins.
Jin, you hear a very profound thank you, Jin. I owe you again.
Don't mention it. We're friends. And Jen moves up to the base of the kelp and lets out another swing.
Belt him. Oh, that definitely connects.
Wait, are we underwater?
Fully underwater, you're swimming right now.
Can I whistle underwater?
Yes, you can. Because you got the cloak of the Mentor on, so you can breathe it.
Sweet. So Jin whistles, and his dancing longsword comes cutting through the water.
Oh shit.
Just like a fucking torpedo, you see this launch from his hip straight out towards the kelp. You can see it cutting through.
We're cutting the hedges right now. Cutting the grass.
Alright, nice. So.
I recognize that sword icon.
It's a classic.
It's the best one. It's the best of like the three that come up at the top. You can't. Well. Why do you want to see my health bar?
Wow, you were talking about like, you know, maybe you should just heal some people, and I was trying to give a fuck, but never mind.
I'm kidding, Rain.
Oh,
Rain.
Nate.
We love you.
I could tell.
Will that be Otren?
I didn't take any damage, actually.
Oh, okay. You just choked the fuck out.
No, he
with
started.
no
Yeah,
damage. Okay.
If one more turn had gone by, I would have started taking pretty. I believe the damage is pretty big.
Okay.
I'm just massively surprised he didn't let out a nice little daddy while being asphyxiated.
Rain, your turn.
Not everybody's into choking, guys.
That's true.
For some people, it's traumatizing.
Oh, fudge. I just want to get closer and be prepared for the next round. I don't know if I can actually do anything worthwhile from...
Yeah, you could.
Spiritual weapon.
But, like, aren't we supposed to go in to meet a bigger and better baddie? Like, I don't want to...
Right, but that's only a level 2 spell slot.
And Bless is a level 1. Like, you have a lot of level 1 spell slots.
Use the cantrip. That way, at least, you know, you're not actually using anything.
That too. Guiding Bolt, the cantrip, I believe, right?
No.
Guiding Bolt
Bolt's a
first level.
1.
What you're thinking of is guidance.
Ah, yeah. Sure. Sacred Flame.
That's what it is.
Move up, Sacred Flame, bonus action, sacred, what's it called? Magic Sacred Weapon. Spiritual weapon.
Yes.
Alright, well, I definitely want to move up, but, like, around yonder. How far can I go? Was it
60 feet.
Was it
60 feet.
Oh, I could be right up on his armpits.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Wait a minute now.
You have
I'd
a
like
lot
to
of room
move
to play
then.
with.
Yeah, I want to move up. I want to be able to, like, go up to, like, here. And I'm gonna... Wait, how many feet was that? My bad. That was 40. Okay, I'm gonna do spiritual weapon, yeah. I am gonna do that.
Alright.
I'm gonna watch it.
A solid 23 to hit. Roll me that damage.
I'm gonna bonk him on the head. It's gonna be a bonk on the head.
Bonk.
Like a big hard bonk.
Alright. So especially with the spiritual knuckle duster having its comeback.
Yeah.
It's a solid punch to the head with it. With that, you'll actually see it start to go and fully disperse from this front area. At this point, you can see there's actually so much kelp that it actually becomes difficult terrain swimming into the main gate, but obviously that's easy enough. At that point, you can hear Vefton telling all of you to quickly get inside. As at this point, you can see as he's moving forward, you can see his robes change from the deeper royal kind of hues that he has, the various browns and reds and amber, to almost an illustrious silver. It looks almost like injurious wings that are sprouting from his back. At the same time, you can see the other marrow that have started to join the fight with the other devils, and then the one that Veftan is currently heading towards is the much larger red shark that seems to be bearing down in that direction, with two of the other Sahagin in the area, which this is the one that's heading in your direction.
See
Oh,
that? We hate that
lovely.
thing. We don't like it.
Lovely. Oh, so lovely.
Did you show us this picture before?
I
Nope.
don't think so.
Deja vu? Same kind of fear?
Terrible fear. So, will you all rush inside, as he's obviously going to start moving forward on that shark and the other Sahagin approaching with the giant shark?
I mean, we gotta move. We gotta move fast, right?
That's true. So, you do hear him call out, "I'll find you all inside. Don't worry about me." Let me collect all of you.
Jin drop kicks the shark. Get out of my way. Beam us, Zordon.
I have no idea where you went, Jin. You vanished.
He's in the middle.
I'm in the middle. What the hell? Right here.
Move yourself one more time.
In the middle.
There we go. Alright, let me grab everyone.
No thanks. I'm probably gonna get myself snazzy.
Huh?
So,
Sounds good on me.
And everything went black. Oh, it's up top.
up top.
One night.
Shit's getting.
That's a lot of little
Oh,
motherfuckers.
Oh,
for fuck's sake.
Upon entering in, you can see that
oh.
these guys have not taken note of you yet. Various forms of them are all seemingly praying to a main shrine of Dagon. You can hear them all chanting out and crying out for help.
For help from Dagon, or
Obviously praying for help from Dagon.
Should we silence
well,
worshippers or maneuver around them? I do not like the idea of them getting the aid they ask for. I'd
Does
like
anyone have a hand grenade?
The holy hand grenade.
we can't. light it
I
on
thinks
fire.
back to the fireballs of his path.
Does anyone have an
Three
AoE?
shalt thou count? The number of the counting shall be 3. I cast Pass Without a Trace, so no matter what we do, we've got advantage on stage.
Alrighty.
Plus,
Also, your friends are somewhere down here.
Have to find the others.
I could create a maelstrom in middle of the. If you'd like.
Wait, is Ku with us? Or we leave
No.
Ku behind?
Who was on the ship?
He was on the
Right.
boat.
Why is he
Dang
not with
it.
us?
Hold on, but we're gonna like meet Ku somewhere in somebody else's like office, right? He's gonna like stab one of us because he thinks we're the bad guy. Oh man, we're gonna find crazy Ku again. Oh fuck.
Anybody have chain lightning?
Mm.
Kind of just they're all clumped together, and you could just make light work of them.
I believe that's a sorcerer, warlock, and wizard spell.
I'm afraid I only take damage from chain lightning.
I could call lightning, but that depends on whether or not our DM thinks that
Actually, I can,
clouds can form underwater.
Underwater,
I can make you
definitely not.
resistant to lightning, Talos.
Well, that'll be really handy when the time comes, because I know it's coming back. I know some fool's gonna like blaze me with lightning at one point, so it's my kryptonite in this game.
Alright,
Sexy tieflings are mine.
what are you gonna do? You're starting to see the statue glow.
Fine.
Are we familiar with these creatures? Do we know if they're actually like a major threat, like individually, or even as a group, or?
For this, they look like a lot of commoners. The few that are on the outer rings, you can see there are 3 cracking whips. The other 3 on the main altar up above that are praying look a lot more meatier than the rest. These just look like more kind of common warriors.
You guys think if we take out the whip crackers, the commoners might just flee?
I was thinking something like that, but it's still.
We have no guarantee.
You know?
So there seems to be a path over here.
Is that a
So
path?
we just go around.
Remember, we still gotta find our friends, and we
All
really
right.
gotta check.
So let's just go. Then let's just go stealth.
Let's do it.
Alright, roll me that stuff.
Everybody gets +10 from.
Well,
Plus 10.
Plus 10, thankfully.
At advantage? You had advantage or not so much?
Wow.
Okay.
Holy shit.
holy shit.
All right, we're gonna fight. So we turn and we say, "All right, stealth," and 4 people fall over. So
Wait, but don't we get plus 10
They
added
get
to this?
plus 10, don't they?
Plus
Yeah, that's still 10.
it's still a 10 and a
It's better than
14.
nothing. Better than the 0 initially was.
That's fucking great. That really is, guys.
So, good lord.
Oh, wait, hold on. I'm gonna cast guidance and try to give us an additional D4.
Can I
Roll
bless
me-
bitches before we go?
It's already been rolled. You could bless them now, but go ahead.
I can bless them?
You can bless them now, but it will not make a difference on the matter of the roll that just happened. The guidance
Okay.
will be helpful, but go ahead and roll me that D4, Jin, because this does matter.
Fuck this! I'm going to blast the blood of them.
Alright, so there we go. Miraculously, that's the fucking magic number you need, of 14.
Oh my gosh. Oh
'Cause-
my gosh.
Thalos' 14 counted and barely succeeded. Jin, with your 10 given and your fucking blessed 4, you barely scrape by as your fucking armor just clips the marble wall, and you quickly like jerk your shoulder away and just
To be honest, it wasn't my armor. I let out a freaking underwater fart bubble.
it's just who the fuck.
Blub, blub.
Nervous gas.
Bloop, bloop, bloop.
Alright, so with that, you can thankfully move on from the current circumstance. So yeah, I assume you're going down the side hall. Or
Guess
will you
so.
try?
After Red.
You can tell that they are all definitely distracted. They're mainly focused on chanting towards the Shrine of Dagon. You can see this gnarled, twisted statue that's wrapped around a spire It looks like the form of it, kind of like a merfolk, except very gnarled and twisted with spiked claws, reaching up on an obelisk towards a greater form of Dagon up above. It looks like maybe one of the sons looking up to the father.
Oh, nobody wants to open the door? Is that what's happening here?
So,
Just pass me?
Oh. Did you just pass me?
with that, you can see the various doorways here that you can take if you like. You do
This
hear
is a fucking maze.
you do hear quite a smattering of discussion here. So Thalos, you walk to that corner and you do take note that there are some here. They don't notice you, but they seem to be having an argument at the current circumstance, and they're all teaming up on the Kuatoa in the corner.
Can I
What are
set
they
my
arguing
shadows
about?
already under
I
that?
signed that over to Aiden in Druid speak, just with like hand signals, so he can relay it back to the rest of the group
Oh,
that's in the
yeah.
hallway.
I nod. I tell everybody that there's 3 people. You send your shadows up, and I say, "Can you tell what they're arguing about?"
So,
I'll speak fish.
Can anyone understand Undercommon?
Oh wait,
Nope.
nope.
I cannot.
All right.
No.
It sounds
I cannot.
curiously like demon speech almost. Just
Chupagon. Nice.
you're coming anywhere near Goblin?
no, unfortunately.
Say undercommon?
Yes.
Oh, I do speak undercommon.
All
Yeah,
right.
so the land, yeah, from down under. Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Duh.
Duh.
So with that,
So
you
matter
can,
of
you can hear all
fact,
3 of them blaming this Kuatoa for losing the shrine sacrifice that they were supposed to bring an offering so that they can get in good with the various temple worshippers here. And now that they're going to have to go back out and find a new sacrifice to offer up to Dagon and his son.
Oh, is this a fucking thing? Like we gotta stop before we finish the ritual? Like,
So I'm
They're gonna
assuming the
use-
sacrifice was going towards whatever they were doing in the other room.
yeah. Oh, more than likely.
All right, I signal Aiden. I'm going in.
Wait for the shadows.
So I put my
Shadow
shadows
area?
underneath these guys.
Because they're transparent and silent and horrifying, and I hate them. This dude's reaction in the corner. He must flip his absolute shit.
Guys, was not mistaken. What?
What the fuck? I'd motioned for Thalos to give him a moment to get on the other side of the door. And he gives it to you to count it down. You're in charge.
The shadows are
Alright.
waiting for signal from Thalos.
Alright, I give the signal.
So,
Alright,
I
so
guess
then
we're
they,
gonna roll initiative first.
they bum
sneak?
rush these things.
Can we sneak
Completely
these guys?
underwater, right?
yeah.
Completely submerged. Okay.
So, obviously, go ahead and make your attack rolls with the shadows at advantage.
Alright. First I'm going to hit one of these suckers with. I'm just spraying like out over the shadow and like straight at this guy. I unleash a poison cloud. Where is it? Oh, my poison spray.
Oh my god. Alrighty. And the 13s will hit. These are very piddly fucking regular ass Sahagin citizens. They're still fucked up.
Are they gonna be?
Be able to make the.
that fucking first guy, especially with Thalos in the shadow, just like you literally see him like turn to the shadow, and then you hit him in the face with the fucking poison spray, Thalos. You just see him like seizure for a moment as his fucking face starts to bleed out black ichor and just drops dead.
Alright. I'm gonna use 3 charges of my wand of magic missiles, so that's 6 magic missiles.
Sorry, just bonus attack. I backbiter another one.
Alrighty.
It's FYI. Sorry about that, Aiden.
No, you are so good. Let me know which ones are standing so I can direct my shots accordingly. I will pop the top.
So those 2 Sahagin are still standing. You can hear Sea Spawn. Curiously, oh, yep. Roll the.
Can I roll my?
Yep, roll me the d4s for those Sahagin. Oof.
And I will get you.
Yeah, those guys are not looking good, and the other one is almost dead already as well between the drain, but they are still swimming. Oh god.
That's 6 charges.
Are we all supposed to have rolled initiative, or just them in the room? Okay.
All of them.
Just double checking.
At that point, you guys immediately make very short work of the Sahagin that are currently in the room.
Why haven't I got my initiative?
Why didn't you roll?
I didn't know we had to roll for initiative.
He said
Either
roll
I
for
spaced out,
initiative.
or I just like really failed it. Yay!
I think we got that first sneak attack, but then I think we're falling in.
Yep.
The initiative line. Yeah.
Oh no, I'm falling.
Were all of my magic missiles necessary?
They actually were. Every single one of those.
Okay, perfect. Perfect.
Like you.
There it is, the crit.
The
I think Jin would have also been up with us, right? He wouldn't have been in the back. With his.
Yeah, Jen always is in the lead.
He was chilling.
Right. So what's he
I
doing?
spaced out.
Yeah, so you get to sit there. Don't worry, you got a 60-foot swim speed.
Sometimes you let your second in command.
Does
do
this?
it. Thank you, Jin.
Oh, does this mean Jin is fascinated with underwater culture? He's just a little bit interested in what Dagon has to offer. He might pick up a brochure on our way
Oh
out.
no.
Switching
I
gods
wonder if they have
mid-session.
a timeshare.
All right,
They might have a timeshare.
Black Godric.
A timeshare.
You can hear the others kind of just sitting there for the moment, suddenly like, "Oh, what was that?" Others that you can hear them shuffling to start get up and inspecting. You can tell fighting in this room will not alert the others because obviously this is far enough away from the ritual room.
What is this?
Oh, I rolled as
What's that you're doing?
Drake and not me. How did that happen?
I think you had your click on it. So Remus would go, and this guy has his hands up, like pretty much saying like, "Please don't," and like have gift, and he like holds out a weird looking dagger that you could tell he was probably trying to hold on to for himself and not the fucking Sahagin.
Can I like shout
for
to
the
Sal
sacrifice.
to find out if these other people in here are enemies?
For that, you could tell very easily that they're enemies because obviously they're already starting to get weapons ready. Like, curious what that noise was.
Alright, so I guess I find my way into this room and I start chopping.
Alrighty. So you can see the sea spawn of Dagon. People who've taken his gifts and shifted form.
Lovely.
Oh.
Alright, that definitely connects.
Josh Pirates of the Caribbean called.
Both of those definitely connects. Especially rending into this first one of the sea spawn. You can tell it hurt him immensely, but he's just kind of sitting there, like still just kind of steadying himself and getting ready with poison quills, as far as you could tell, as he looks up at you.
All right, so then I hit him with the claw.
Alrighty, you rake him down with the claw.
Also, the poison quills, is it like a weapon attack, or is it just he's got poison quills?
You can tell it looks like he's getting ready to like either stab them into you or shoot them at you from his body.
Okay.
Alrighty, with that you send this first one into the ground. You can tell this blessed from Dagon is a lot sturdier. The others are commoners. He was one of the gifted ones. So take note of, to be cautious of those.
So Drakehound, my homie, comes up in here, and he multi-attacks.
Alright. Fuck him up. Let's see. The 13 will hit the 6. Will not. Unfortunately, actually, does he have pack tactics? Let's see. Unfortunately not. So one of those will hit, though. Go ahead and roll the bite attack, because that does connect with him. Or click on the word attack for bite.
Oh, well.
Alrighty. So with that, especially coming in very quick, immediately starts munching on this guy's arm. As you can see, him just kind of like raised up, very confused, just kind of like trying to shake the guard rake off of him. Just. Over to you, Jin.
It's me, Jin.
Genie boy.
Alright, my sister is safe. That's all that matters. Let's see. Jen will move
Did I get?
here.
So, get around the
Jin
corner.
turns to Ramus with his feral self and goes, "Are we killing these guys?"
Well, Ramus would be in the other room, but yes.
Oh, that was a wall. Never mind. Alright. Flat. Oh wait. Damn, there's only one fishy in here.
It's true. But he still has a shield and a spear.
That fishy has a shield and spear. He just looks like a head.
He is looking at you like he's gonna eat your ass.
Oh.
Well then.
Oh.
Alright. So Jin's gonna take a stab at him.
Whoa!
He looks like he's swiggity swooties coming for that booty.
Oh no.
Give me that ass, boy.
That will
Give me
actually
that
miss
ass.
as he
Give me that ass over here. Give me that ass.
barely blocks that with his shield. Fucking Christ. Bah!
Give me that ass, boy.
Why does he sound like he talks like what's that character's name from King of the Hill?
Boom.
Yeah, Boomhauer.
You know what I mean, man? I'm gonna tell you, boy, it's so fucked up, man. You come in here and swing on me, man. I'm gonna fuck you up, man.
Dang.
So with that,
He blocked my one attack.
excuse me. You go to swing. He blocks your one attack, and then you realize your sword is stuck. He has some sort of sticky substance on his shield, and he quickly smacked his shield to it at the same time parrying you, and managed to grab onto your weapon with it. You're going to have to roll a strength saving throw for me to see if it gets stuck fully or not.
Alright. While I roll that strength saving throw, Jin's gonna close his eyes and grip his hilt harder and ignite the sword. Because my sword can go on fire.
Alright, especially with the increased heat, you quickly set the blade on fire, burns through whatever adhesive that he's managed to make, and just quickly slice clean free. And your weapon is now back in your hands at full capacity.
Does it break the shield, or does it my sword just comes off?
It comes off. The shield is still there. It's seemingly less sticky, but you could tell if it were someone else's weapon, they might get stuck again.
Alright, so Jin's gonna use his extra attack to try to cut through.
That will hit. Alright. That you can tell
I
he's
have control of my dancing longsword.
never set one up for you. I'll have to do that.
So did he die from that attack, or does he still have life?
He barely has any life in him. You can tell he's bleeding fairly heavily, trying to keep his guard up. And with, oh my god, with that, the dancing longsword very quickly just straight through him. No mercy. Drops to the floor.
Killed this man. Killed him dead.
Alrighty. How about that? Over to Rain. Wayne?
Sister, come
He
back.
said get a drink, but that was like 5 minutes ago, so I don't know.
I think my mom started talking to her. I think I heard her speaking to her.
She's been getting
Okay, I'm back.
just in time.
Hello?
Oh, perfect timing.
You
Oh
on
my
We
my
were just
side.
wondering where you were.
Oh, Mom was talking to me.
See, told you, mom was talking.
Called it.
Mama just killed a man.
Press my
Aiden, why are you standing in the way?
I mean, good thing you have a weapon that can go through people.
You could also pass by.
Spectral.
That's true. That's true.
Well, this fool is offering us a sacrifice. This fool is hanging on to life, and we haven't necessarily seen these fools yet.
Oh,
Jim
so
killed the one that he's in the room with.
that
Oh.
this one's in the room with?
No, I killed one that was right here. So
Oh, okay. Okay.
Well,
And this one is dying?
He is
No.
holding out a strange-looking scimitar that's got a very worn wood handle, strange purple wrappings, and a deepish purplish metal blade.
And he's offering it to us?
Yep, like the please don't kill me.
But why? Like, why would we spare him just because he's already cornered?
It's true. It's at your
We saved
discretion.
him from 3 guys that were like bullying him in the first place. So
But he's like the others down here, is he not? Wait,
true.
I'm so confused right now.
He's
a
a coward.
Away
He's
when we
trying
walked
to
into
flee
an
for his life.
enemy nest. I walked
He's
away
a
one.
potential lore point.
He's a potential what?
Lore point.
Oh, so I won't attack him. I'm just gonna go over here to my brother and support him, if that's the case.
Alright. You do still have
you wanna
60
get your
feet of
knife
movement
ready,
down
You
here.
can go fight those. Yeah, you can go kill those fishies.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. How much space did I just take? Let me see.
10 feet.
5.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I can go all the way.
Everything's swimming down here. That's why it's water
She
texture.
can go all
The
the
way.
way.
She just did like a Hail Mary.
Can I swing my Heartbreaker down here? Like, would it be at a disadvantage because we're underwater?
No, because you have swimming capability.
Fantastico. Can I swing my Heartbreaker at the Can I do that?
Yes, you can once you get up next to him.
Yeah, you could.
Oh, I gotta get closer. I guess I gotta look at them. Gosh.
Gotta fucking get in swing range.
Gosh.
Fuck.
Gosh.
Oh my god. Well, actually,
So
that would be at normal though, so unfortunately the first would be the natural one.
That's a pooper.
Unless you say you use your inspiration.
That
and then
too.
not crit.
You could
But
use
don't
your
do that.
inspiration.
Don't do that because
No, I want to
they're
save it.
pretty weak.
Yeah,
They're pretty weak.
I
So
feel like there's impending doom ahead of us, so
Yeah.
I wanna.
You still have your spiritual weapon too.
It's true.
Yeah. That's
Bring
true, that's
doom to you all.
I wanna. Can my spiritual weapon uppercut one of them?
Yes, it can. It will damn well try.
This one right here. It can do that. Yeah.
Yes.
I have to click on it, don't I?
what's funny too is that when she crits,
That'll hit.
Heartbreaker does that other ability, which is cool.
Yes, the burst.
I'm gonna punch it with a 4.
It still connects him. Looks like it hurt pretty badly for him. These guys are not durable.
Good. Is his like brain shaken up? Does he have like neural damage? Can he not see us right now?
He's definitely got fisheye lens going.
Great. Goal made. That's my turn. Thank you very much.
Alright. Discuto. Well, he didn't like getting uppercut so much. So, he's going to... Well, try and stab you with the spear. And fail horribly as he just glances off your armor and swings.
Eat those! I mean, I'm garbling underwater, but that's the message.
He still hears it.
Bitch. No, sorry. Maybe not. That's terrible.
This guy, he will shuffle around. Try to get that advantageous. And try and spear. With a 22 to hit you. Which is just on the money. For 7 piercing damage. For the first time in a long time, Rain, you've actually been hit.
It's okay. I can take it. I eat those.
I eat that shit for breakfast.
I took 7 damage, you said?
Yes. And,
Okay, as I get hit, I let out a laugh. Just to piss him off.
God damn. All the balls in the world.
Thanos.
Alright, I tell this guy, God has saved you today. Leave the temple. It's your life. Take
We'll
the
leave the sword,
weapon.
though. We want that too.
No, I take the weapon, and I swim out this way. First thing I see is, I guess, Ramus fighting this guy down this hallway.
Yep.
Or in that room. All right, I'm gonna.
As
With
you
a spear.
say that to him, he will hand this to you.
Now that thing looks singularly evil. I don't know about you all.
It does, but it's pretty.
See now. Oh dear. I will not be accepting that.
No, but I actually do. I store it away. I just tuck it in my sash because I don't want to face any further actions. And if this guy doesn't heed my warning, he can run across Rames's 3 spears. That's fine. But I'm actually going to use.
Oh no, I was gonna say you
He
can
did?
tell he obviously heeds the warning. He's not doing anything. His weapons are like thrown across the room, and he's just pressed up in the corner. Obviously not doing anything until you guys leave, so he can just book it the fuck out of here.
So he's like, nah, man, you good. I ain't messing with you guys.
Man, I don't even need.
Nah, man, these guys are so whack. I don't need I could get a different job. I'm not that hard up. I ain't got
I get
no
paid
kids.
minimum wage for this. I ain't
Woo.
staying for this shit.
It's on this boy.
I'm definitely fucking him up. Roll that damage.
Big boy. Thalos.
Oh.
Solid chunky
Knock him
18.
dead. Knock him dead.
See that spear sinks.
He rolled 4 3s.
See that
Did
just
Talos,
chunk
like,
straight into his
allow
chest,
them
and a
to fly
huge gout of blood spills out, but it's filling the room almost like it's black ink as he kind of looks down, surprised, and quickly, like, is just trying to fight off Gardrake and Ramus, and just looking at you, trying to figure out what he's going to do with this situation. He's hurt heavily, but still trying to fight on.
With my bonus attack, I'm going to I look him dead in the eye as the spear returns to my hand. I peg him again.
Get him.
That will hit.
Get him.
Honestly, I swore he said he was gonna peg him again. I was kind of scared.
Yeah, I thought of that too.
Whatever. What's your boat, man?
Gross.
Well, way to go, millennials. Nicely done.
So another solid hit. You can tell he's about to go down. One more hit is all it needs. He's barely struggling along.
That's it for me. But I shout out, Aiden, Cabren's surrounded.
Aiden.
Alright, you know what? Fuck you, right? I'm going to use my Cloak of the Manta Ray to fly and get advantage with Drake Hound. And I'm gonna Primal Savagery attack this thing. Does an 18 hit.
Definitely
Nice.
does.
For 21 damage.
That he sends
so-
straight into the ground.
Yes.
Will that be all?
Yes, I will. I'll cast Shillelagh just as a bonus action, so that my staff is also ready, just in case I need it.
Say that word again.
Shillelagh.
That's a fun word.
Shalalo.
Shillelagh.
Mashalele.
Shimmer and
Struck
shillelagh.
me very, very Irish. Gaelic?
Is.
Celtic? Oh, it is?
Yeah, it's an old. It's the name of I think druids their walking sticks, their clubs.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Learn something new every day.
Yeah.
And then Wizards copyrighted it.
Remus.
How's it looking in that room with Ring?
Pretty spicy. She's
But you got
actually
it
been
covered.
hurt.
I laughed though.
You want to call that hurt? Come on.
I
But
giggled.
they've got advantage on her.
They scratched her. They scratched her.
Gasp.
Alright, I guess I roll up to this dude and I.
Obliterate.
Yeah, basically.
Blah.
Scratches his eyes out.
Is anybody hungry for tuna?
Blah. They all hit.
What sushi?
I had sushi today. Ironic.
Oh, you
I haven't had
prepared.
sushi for like a year.
No,
God.
you had kimbap the other day.
No, that's not real sushi. That is not
Ramus,
real
you
sushi.
get another fresh tuna surprise. I can feed the hunger as you send this Kotor down into the ground.
I take a bite out of that guy, the second guy, with my tiger face, and I just chew it down, tuna,
He's like
while
far away.
staring at the other one.
He is delicious, and the other one looks horrified as fuck. His natural enemy is down below in the ocean with a giant fucking cat, man. Alright, will Godric do anything?
Yeah, Drake Hound comes over and hits it.
You can just picture fucking Drake wheeling over at full speed.
But like swimming.
We both connect. Tear into him. Ooh. With that, Draken comes over and just starts ripping into him just like you did the other, and finishes him off. And currently, that is combat. So the other one just kind of huddles against the wall, hoping that you'll let him take the exit like Thalos said for him to do.
I asked Thalos to have a little conversation with him. Should probably find out if there's any way to stop whatever they're trying to do in that other room. And maybe if they know where our friends are. Or not.
Thalos?
You with us, dude?
Rest in peace, Talos.
Did he say he had to go somewhere as well?
Nope.
Might be ordered.
Not sure. But obviously do probably just
He
stepped
probably
on.
got up.
But easy enough hand wave, obviously aforementioned questions. With that, especially with Dallas translating, the Koto will very quickly tell you, okay, need to stop the priests from the prayer or disrupt it outright. There are 3 going on right now. The Sahagin and Koto are all praying in unison right now to awaken the son of Dagon that sleeps under the temple.
Are they the 3 on the pedestal in the previous room?
That is the one shrine for the Kuatoans. We all keep our own shrines and sacrifices.
The Kuatoans being forced into this? Is this something that you wish?
We seek protection from the Sahagin. We are treated equal in the eyes of Dagon. We are all his servants. All loved in the darkness of the trench.
Where is the
Sahagin are
Sahagin?
They are to the south of the Kuatoan chambers. For your friends, they are past Dexter, the mighty one, who speaks with Dagon Dagon's son as he dreams.
Sahagin want Dagon's power for themselves, and not your equals, or your oppressors.
Yes,
We'll free you of them. You must tell yours not to raise arms against us.
we will continue to pray for protection, but I can at least convince them if you kill the Sahagin.
Look to the rest of the group. What do you guys think? See, no, don't divert eyes, but talk through Aiden.
So we're gonna go in the room and slay those 6 guys potentially?
I very quickly lock eyes with everybody and translate that.
I mean, if we can get those priests up top before anybody knows what's happening, I do have 3 shadows that can sneak.
Oh, for that whole shrine there, those are all Kuatogan. He's talking about further south down this hall is a whole nother shrine altar, separate for Sahagin alone. Like full segregation.
But
Even
don't we
the
have to
even the
stop
whip
all of
crackers.
these?
For them, that, hilariously enough, is just Kuatoan society.
Oh.
They're a very, very dark society.
Should
I
we
feel like there's
stop
like
them?
something here, like an item.
There is an idol there, I just could not find an appropriate statue.
Yeah. I don't really want everybody to be chanting some shit. Do we want to stop these?
Ask him what the ritual is supposed to do.
Ask him in Undercommon.
All right. So he, you could see him kind of like quivering a little as to awaken the son of Dagon. One of the deep ones sleep underneath the temple here.
What?
We gotta stop.
He appointed to awaken at this time?
When we need him, we are trying to call him now. The Lady Fabridge ordered us to begin prayer. After the arrival of the silver rune stone, we saw fit that this would be the time to reclaim it. Dagon would be greater brothers if one of his children had returned Hashtu's great and mighty gem to him.
Lady Fairbridge is unpure. She seeks to deceive you and take the power of the son of Dagon. He is
Wait,
using
did he just say Haster's gem?
Yes.
Remember the
Oh, yeah.
aquamarine one that tell us where the gem where is Haster's gem I'm sorry, where is the gem located?
He's in the den with the dragon eel. It rests with his horde safely.
Did you say with the dragon?
The dragon eel.
Oh,
I'm out. I just said
Everyone just ditches like dragon. Nope, I'm done. Dose.
No, he said dragon eel. That was.
I'll kill it alone if I have to.
No way.
hopefully by the time we get there, we'll have a wizard with us.
hopefully. You know what we must do?
Are
Yep.
we stopping these guys, or are we just going further south?
We're moving forward.
I believe we need to stop this ritual.
Can we ask them if there's any non-violent way to do this, or do we have to start slaughtering people?
They are all cowardly. Just like myself, you could try scaring them.
Am I gonna have to bite into another fish person?
Make a loud noise. Well, we have plenty of corpses here.
I think if Ramus goes in his feral form, they can be pretty scary.
Send the shadows in first. We can both perform druidcraft.
Do all of your people no, never mind, sorry. I agree.
Alright. So my three shadows go under the three guys, the priests.
Alright.
They hang there for a bit.
Oh, he died. He died mid-sentence. Hello?
He's alive again.
Yeah, he's alive again.
I think Jin dropped out.
Yeah, we lost him.
You stopped. You just stopped.
So I guess I sort
Buddy.
of fly in all animalistically with one of the bodies.
He
underneath,
has
like, the chunk head.
returned.
And I throw it into the room, and my shadows pop up behind the three priests on top. And so
wanna get into position?
Or is everybody in position yet?
Let's for you and I are down here on the right hand entrance. Hey, Jin and Rain, do you guys want to take the top entrance? That way they're not you can't just get us all in like one corridor.
You want us to keep them in this room?
Oh no. We just want to make sure that they feel like they're being, sort of like surrounded and overpowered so they can flee. Want them to flee, but we don't want them to just say like, oh, they're all coming out of there, just see like there's only 4 of us. You know what I mean? Let's give the
Okay.
illusion that we've got an army with us.
Well, whatever the case, am I allowed to start, pew-pewing if necessary?
We're gonna try and scare him first.
Oh, okay, fine.
First, but you know,
Yeah.
Okay.
you take out the big ones first.
Okay, if everyone's in position, then everything I just said again.
All right.
It happens. Oh, and Drakehound, like jumps on this guy. He doesn't necessarily snap like into him. He just jumps at him.
Rawr.
All right. Roll me intimidation at advantage as everyone sets up and you move in with the dead corpse. The shadows start rising up, obviously reaching out towards the priests.
Add to that by
You can definitely get instead, because I would imagine you do that.
gonna add to that by hitting the priest with chill touch. I'm not trying to like definitively dead, but I want them to feel that sort of cold spiritual, sort of like necrotic energy surrounding them, sort of like holding them as Ramesses guys sort of come through. So this guy on top, I guess.
Alright, go ahead and roll that damage as you also kind of interrupt the priest's conjecture as he's trying to keep the ritual focus going. That
Of a necrotic.
so especially with that on the shadows rising up, you could see all the monitors that are at the front next to the archpriest. As they all kind of look around nervously, you can even see that, especially with the head flying in and the guard, Drakehound kind of jumping the Kuatoa Whipmaster. They all start freaking out. You can hear in undercommon, someone would just start yelling, Rakshasa! Rakshasa are here! Run! They come to take our power!
It's perfect.
How quickly do they run?
So with that, you can tell they are already starting to effectively clog the very small tunnelway on the other side as they see that there are other people at the front halls and quickly start scattering at this point. It's just absolute fucking chaos, and even the archpriest is trying to just guard himself and holds onto his book and is trying to waddle away from the shrine and everything else as they're all basically clustering towards where you assume is the Kuatoan city section of this temple.
Can my shadow try and take his book from him?
Roll me a strength strength check, or with your shadow.
I was going to say have all 3 shadows gang up on that guy. We should talk to him.
Yeah, you can tell he's definitely slow. These guys have basically all started racing off down the tunnelway.
Can the other 2 come and do that since this, or come to hold him while this one's obviously doing the strength check to take the book?
Yes, you can. You can see he's kind of trying to keep composure, but it's kind of more like one of the older Kuatoans that are obviously the priests, but he's just kind of sitting there almost like young whippersnapper style, oh my god kind of situation, as you have the shadow start ripping the book from his grasp at this point.
Josh?
Yep.
Got that -2.
As I swim in, I use primal savagery just to make my mouth look like it's full of sharp teeth, and I shout in undercommon, "It's just as Fairbridge said. They are easy prey.
She betrayed us!
Power will be ours."
To Ixan! To Ixan! We must ask his help! So with that, you can see they're all rushing. The book is basically ripped from his hands because, especially with the natural 20, all 3 of them ganging up. The archpriest's spell, well, not spell, but ritual book is basically pulled free from his hands.
Toss that down here. Let's give that a look.
Yeah, he brings it back. They let this guy go after that.
All right, with that,
We don't want to talk to this fucker. We don't want his life.
No, actually they don't. You're right, they don't.
Evil,
There was no
evil
point
head.
of that. So 2 of them stay with him.
Evil
This one
head
comes back
priest.
to give Ramus the book that he, I guess, hands to Iden.
Mate, can I do a leaf through with an arcana? Because this is
roll.
it's somewhat magical writings, even if it's not in a language I
Yeah.
fully understand.
It's still writing. It's obviously divine writing, obviously, but you can still tell a good basis. So go ahead and roll me on Arcana on it. As you can see, the Archpriest is kind of like just kind of leaning on the statue of Dagon at this point, just kind of like doing small muttering prayers as he looks at these abhorrent shadows assailing him as this ritual book has been torn away from him.
I would appreciate your guidance, my friend.
And I'll roll Arcana. Hopefully, but never mind.
Well, go ahead and roll me the
Never mind.
D4 because he might get something else.
Oh.
Did I lose you guys?
Oh,
Yeah,
there you
I
are.
think so.
Oh yeah.
That was probably Discord.
That a 4.
Alright.
Should I roll? Am I alright?
Oh, there you go. There you go. Alright, so, especially with a 30, you get the horrible, horrible knowledge that this is a ritual that has been done before to awaken the sleeping son of Dagon that is definitely confirmed to actually be here. This is this
Oh,
resting
fuck.
place. But not only that, in the continuation, especially since you actually got the 30 for it, the son of Dagon
God.
also has a sea serpent friend that sleeps on a call and awakens only to his beck.
Do they need all 3 of these rituals to happen at once?
So for the speed, if 2 are active, there is still a chance that he will awaken. If 3 are active, he will definitely awaken. If there is 1, it is a very slim chance he could awaken. If you disrupt 2 of them, it'll give you very likely more than enough time to leave before the son of Dagon is arisen.
Can we, like, do you think they would come back? Would we, like, deface this shrine?
With that, you could definitely easily deface the shrine. You know that would disrupt it. It might cause negative energy feedbacks to the temple itself, because obviously Dagon does watch over his followers. But you would imagine doing that, especially for this, would prevent his son from waking up even more so, where you wouldn't have to worry about getting the other 2 shrines undone. It's still a 50-50 shot, but defacing this one does improve your chances. But it does cause negative feedback from the release of the energy here.
Can we empty the room and have the shadows try to...
You can definitely try.
Anybody have any summons they want to waste to deface this shrine?
Summon? I mean,
At this point, you can see the other Kuto that you were told him to get the fuck out of Dodge will make his way to the gate and immediately swim the fuck out and leave.
really should have asked him what that thing that they were saying was as they were leaving. But I guess we go farther
Still got
inwards.
this guy, right?
You have the
This guy's still
Archpriest.
alive, or did the shadows eat him?
He's
Shadows
still,
haven't eaten him
they're
yet.
just holding them.
yeah. He's
Oh, I
bas-
thought you were just describing him leaving.
No,
Sorry, I'm a
he's
mouthful.
basically held down. He's basically an old man. He's pretty... You can tell he's pretty durable magic-wise because he's been blessed by Dagon, but also without his ritual book, he's kind of nothing other than maybe spells, but you can tell he is reeling in fear, and you can hear him keep mumbling about Dagon to protect him from the Rakshasa that is approaching him. For anyone who doesn't know what a Rakshasa is, go ahead and roll me a religion or an arcana.
In character, out of character, know what a Rakshasa is.
Mostly in character.
What was the other option besides Arcana
Religion.
to roll?
Can I roll both?
That's a 6.
Wow.
It would be
That's a
one or the
Wow.
other. So.
no idea.
Just for shits and
What's
giggles.
that? What's a Rakshasa? It's a tongue twister. I can't get his tongue around it.
Rakshasa.
Well, he could say shillelagh or whatever.
Shillelagh.
Shillelagh. Yeah.
Far as you can recall,
Yeah,
for those
are you
who got a 14, and unfortunately everyone else doesn't really know.
Cough.
Doesn't really know too much.
Okay.
So, Ramus, you're about the only one who knows this. You've heard rumors of this, that Rakshasa are extremely dangerous devils that look like tiger people.
I can use that to my advantage.
As he's just kind of gripping the, obviously, statue of Dagon and just kind of like looking at you wild-eyed and nervous. And you could tell that he could definitely probably still do some damage as a high priest himself, but he is obviously still way too addled with fear to try and raise up against you and especially your group.
We badasses.
Fuck shit up.
Alright, what kind of questions we got for this guy? Thalos, our Underdark speaker,
Where?
translator for the time being.
What is the nature of the creature they are
I asked.
attempting to bring?
With that, you can see he kind of looks up at you, still wild-eyed, holding what looks to be like a multi-malformed tendril octopus mixed with the head of an eel, kind of merging upward with almost like a humanoid chest and body with tendril-like arms, as he just kind of mumbles. Calling the son of Dagon. He is the demigod. He is the mighty one who sleeps in the trench. He is the one that this temple is built upon the back. He calls the sea serpent, the one that darkens the gulf, fills it with blood of the unholy.
Do they need both? Do they need both rituals to summon him, or just one?
He just kind of, almost like in a spitting kind of motion.
Bite him.
So,
I mean, I can't command the shadows.
yeah.
They were just holding him. They've got him.
Right.
They're prepared for anything he does
He,
to,
I'm.
I don't know, suck his strength in a non-awkward way.
Well, yeah, he won't answer our questions, and I'm saying, like, get him.
So one of them saps a little bit.
Alrighty, roll me that D4.
It's like Dementors.
Roll me that D4 and see how much. Oof. Ooh. So especially with that, you just. Please. Yes, they can still summon him if they have strong enough offerings. The new ones that they brought. If they bleed them on the altar, bleed them of their life in offering.
Fuck, we gotta go blow up another fucking. Alright. Where? Make sure he tells the truth.
To the southern chambers. They don't let us in there. They consider us lesser beings. They don't let us anywhere near their shrines.
Can I roll insight?
Yes, you can.
That's a 24.
24. He is wholesomely honest. You can tell he's shaken beyond normal fear that you are going to fucking destroy him and even maybe steal his soul, because he honestly clearly believes that you are, well, your friend is a Rakshasa for sure, a devil who's here to steal his soul and feast on his delicious fishy flesh because you're a cat man.
Makes sense.
Are we finishing this guy up? Do we have any other questions for him?
Well, I just want to confirm. He said that they can still do the summoning even without the folks that were doing this chamber.
Yeah. We need to go stop them if we're going to stop this summoning and then find our friends. Because there's no getting out of here if the fucking son of No.
Okay,
Um,
I asked him, what sacrifices are considered unworthy? What sacrifices are considered unworthy in the son of Diga?
Ones of peaceful offering. No food may be offered, only fresh flesh of the living. Weapons, equipment, trinkets, powerful relics, artifacts like this one. He like tries to hold out a hand with the ring that he is currently grasping. Just kind of like the other one, like they don't kill me kind of plea. You tell that Kuoto are naturally very fearful and very quick to flee if they know they're outmatched.
One of the shadows
Leave
obviously
ring at
takes
your
the ring.
feet. Okay.
Nah, don't worry about it. One of them grabs it.
So, with that, you can tell
You
they're
want me to want this
going to
ring?
offer up this ring.
Ooh. Is there any effect to the shadow holding it, or?
Currently, with the shadow holding it, there is nothing.
Oh.
You can tell, especially with the top of it,
what the fuck is that?
it seems
ring?
to be more etched to that of a runestone.
Man, I should have rolled a sorcerer.
Ooh,
Where's
kind of
identify
means
where you need it? Does anybody have an item that lets them cast identify? Is that something I remember?
Alright, so it
Wasn't
just
like an
hands it to
aquamarine
her.
runestone, right?
Looks close to it, but a much more ancient form, and definitely not in the same fashion of the runestones that you have from the Yellow King. This looks.
Who's holding it out and where are they?
I'm holding it for now.
The shadow has it
Okay.
in its hand, and it's a runestone atop a ring, but it definitely seems etched, not in the same style of the ones that you've had collected, purified. It seems to be more of that of like maybe Dagon's.
Can I roll their Arcana again?
Yes, you can.
That's a 17. 10 plus 7. 18. Ramus knows more. He's closer. He's got a better look. He knows what's what.
All right. So you assume that, especially with this, it looks like an aquamarine. You are able to discern, especially the offsetting colors. This is a malachite runestone. Obviously, does have significant powers in that of itself. Though obviously, you would have to take a moment to play around with it to try and use it, and also you could tell that this item probably has a command word, most likely. Obviously pulses and thrums with a rather intense energy, that of the ocean.
Interesting. So I guess I hold on to it for now.
Alright.
Let me figure out what the hell to do with it.
But ask him what the, or do you tell us that it might require a word?
Yeah.
You want me to ask
Or-
him what the word is, or?
Yeah.
Or perhaps a type of magic.
What? Wait.
Don't tell him to
Must
like
be
shout
speak.
it out loud. Just have him like tell you, just in case.
Yeah. What words must be spoken to activate this ring?
Self-tier. and which, in translation, is undercommon, is Salt Bolt.
Your sacrifice is worthy. God has spared you. Go now with your life.
Wow.
Unless y'all got any more questions for him.
I mean,
Nope.
he kills people, like, because it's his job.
Yeah, but he's about to fly out into the middle of our homeboy, the warlock, like silver runestone kings, like forces that are on their way in.
You can tell that he's
We're only
not
steering
heading
him.
north. He's heading towards.
He's not going out.
Yeah, he's heading towards his people.
Going to a different area.
Right? He
So we're
said,
letting
flee
him go.
this temple with your life. Those who fled elsewhere may not live to see tomorrow.
With that,
And not to only point north.
roll me another intimidation.
Okay.
That's better. Still be with advantage.
Yes, it is.
Advantage?
Yep.
Alright. Give her a shot.
So with that, you can tell it's probably with a heavy heart. He looks in the direction of where his people fled, and then quickly starts hobbling his way out towards the front door.
Death by exile.
Alrighty. And with that, where is that? So you guys can
Sure, hold it.
see it because you know how to use it now. Or, nope. If it will pull up or not. Of course it won't.
Man, fucking nobody knows identify, huh?
So
We hate.
you should be able to see it now.
Yeah. Oh.
But since he told you the command, the rune stone of ocean currents.
Ooh.
Would you mind if I hold on to it?
Sure. Have at it. I toss it to the cows.
A powerful gift.
More importantly, one that we must keep out of the hands of Pelgrim.
You're starting to see why Pelgrim initially agreed on the trade of only the weapon and the Crystalberry runestone. There's obviously things here that he wanted more.
The runestone was another
We should move
maybe possibly
quickly.
get us killed.
I have a question about the runestones.
Mm-hmm.
They're in some way related to the Ichor, kind of, because they have the same creator. Do the runestones respond to each other in the same way that the Ichor does? We have a lot of them.
So you're going to try and getting them to react to each other?
Not necessarily to each other, but to the one that we're trying to find. Or any others. Or this one. Like, do they have a like, I don't know, do they have any reaction to the other gems that we've noticed? Or
mean,
this
didn't
one,
we-
does it have any any reaction?
Were we able to locate some by... Because Ramus was the one that had the first one. And weren't you guys able to, like, locate others just by, or at least trying to say, use it as a focus? I did, but...
Right, we could do that again, right?
Mm-hmm. So you can do me an Arcana or a Insight on the sensing of these runestones as well.
Okay, I'm actually going to do an enhance ability this time. I'm gonna do Insights, Wisdom, Owl's Wisdom.
I'm also gonna hit you with some guidance, so whatever you do, add an extra D4 to it.
Perfect. Advantage.
Young brother, let me drop some wisdom on you.
Hey.
God damn.
All right. I'll take that 30, a clean 32. I'm trying to focus on the runestone and the well, I guess the runestone and this runestone, because they're different. You said they're different styles.
Alrighty. So, trying to find the chrysoberry one that was mentioned down here. You do notice the direction that it pulls you. Very, very distinctly, as the aforementioned, if it is a dragon eel that is pulling, you can tell it is coming from that direction as it's telling you immediately where it's going to. As for the runestone...
Which direction?
Oh, sorry. I was on... There we are. That direction.
Okay. Alright.
So, as for the runestones themselves, you do sense all the other runestones in the room. Not so much the one that's currently been offered up by the Kuatoa. You can tell that this one has a unique form of magic comparatively. But then you have almost like a very painful pulse connecting so very closely with this. Almost like a very loud, thronging hive just rings loudly in your ears for a moment as you start to hear soft whispers for a moment, paying attention to the runestone, going in this direction, way down here. As you feel the others, like they're a soft comfort. But then this one way down here, whatever this may be, you're not sure. It's distant, but it's the hardest, most painful pull that immediately grabs your attention. Almost like something grabbed you. It felt like something physically grabbed you by the heart and forced you to face that direction for a brief moment.
But it was a wholly unpleasant experience.
Correct. Like something truly dark, connected with the runestones, is over there.
The sun.
Y'all, I'm not feeling well, so I'm gonna go lay down at the...
That's fair. We figured we'd end off soon, as it's almost midnight.
Sweet. I will catch up with you guys next week. Or the week after. Thank you.
Okay, feel better.
Rest well. Hope you feel
Bye,
okay.
guys. Thanks.
This is actually probably a pretty good moment to like consolidate, and we're picking which direction to head next. We've got the options of the runestone
We
that
gotta stop this thing first,
might be relatively close, but we gotta stop this ritual. I agree.
and then maybe get
And that's down south, right?
allies. Yeah.
This is straight south. Maybe stack up for
Allies are
that.
down south too, right?
Oh yeah. Straight south, man.
He said it had to be a sacrifice of blood, didn't he?
That he did.
If they're the sacrifice.
Yup, he said they're gonna have to kill him slow to make it worth it.
Alright, well,
So
know
we
where
gotta
we're going
stop him.
Alrighty. We'll leave off there till next week.
I fist bump Thalos.
now. Saying.
Also, very good
Alright,
find.
guys.
Very good find. Oh, briefly, before we fully leave off there, the very quick pull that you did feel, you had seen a single, almost gem-like eye glaring at you for a brief moment when that tugged your heart like that.
Sauron, wait.
Close.
I hate
Except
that.
it's like a sickly green and yellow mixed in with each other.
Ooh.
I wish I had my Well, I'm glad I didn't have my camera on because I just physically froze in my chair from that mental image. I don't like that.
All right.
It's a good thing I'm to deal more courageous than I am.
Yeah. Alright, guys.
God, I got to see some stuff this time.